Hello, good afternoon, everyone. In today's meeting, we're going to discuss about business English. So, do you have any clue what is business English? Yeah, this is a kind of English used at the office, biasanya di tempat kerja. Okay. Oftentimes, we heard when people say, "I start work at 7 a.m." So you don't say, "I start my job at 7 a.m." because job is a unit of the thing that being done, karena job itu adalah bagian dari pekerjaan, bukan apa namanya, bentuk pekerjaannya. Kalau mengacu kepada I start work, ya, my work itu saya mulai bekerja gitu ya. At 7 saya mulai bekerja jam 7. So this is the verb, ya. Not my job. You don't say I start my job at 7, but you would say I start my work. Sorry, I start work at 7. Okay. And I finish or leave work at 4:30. Does it mean saya selesai bekerja atau pulang kerja jam 4:30? It's PM, right? I get off work. You can either say I get off work at 4:30. Saya selesai kerja at 4:30. Get off means selesai bekerja. When you want to say that you have some things or some project or task to do, you would say I have 3 projects or things or tasks, yeah. So you wouldn't say I have 3 works. Bukan merujuk pada works, because works is a verb, ya. Kata kerja. Projects itu adalah bagian yang dikerjakan. Things, task. Task itu tugas. Okay, does it make sense to you? I hope so. So when someone asks you where do you work, that means you would say the location. Yeah, I work at, or you want to say you work for someone. Okay, let's say I work at Sritek Textile Company. I work at Sritek Textile Company. Saya bekerja di Sritek Textile Company, and I work for Mr. Cheng. Saya bekerja untuk Mr. Cheng. Remember, when you use preposition for, ketika menggunakan preposisi for, that refers you're working to someone. You're working for someone, a person. Yeah. Like I work for Mr. Sopian. His public relation manager. Saya public managernya Mr. Sopian. Or personal assistant, Mr. Sopian personal assistant. Okay. And you want to say if you work in certain area or place, you would say I work in. Berarti saya bekerja di mana? Ini merujuk kepada tempat, kota, negara, department di bagiannya apa, or general area, itu tempat yang umum dari pekerjaannya. Let's say I work in an office, I work in a school, I work in a factory. Saya bekerja di kantor, saya bekerja di sekolah, saya bekerja di pabrik. Okay. You want to refer to a department you're working in. So you would say I work in, referring to general area. I work in finance, saya bekerja dalam bidang finansial. I work in medical research, saya bekerja dalam medical research, bidang medical research, penelitian medis gitu ya. I work in consulting, saya bekerja dalam bidang konsultan ya, menjadi konsultan. Okay, that means in referring to professionalism, or in financial, medical research, and so on. You want to say things that or object you're working with day to day, yeah. Biasanya Anda bekerja dengan apa? Anda berhadapan dengan apa dalam pekerjaan? So you would say I work with, ya. Oh, I am a data analyst. So I work with data and statistics, ya. I work with data and statistics. Like you say, I am a teacher. Saya seorang guru. I work with special needs children. Saya bekerja. Yang saya tangani itu adalah anak-anak berkebutuhan khusus, begitu. Jika ingin menjelaskan detail jenis pekerjaan, you can say I am responsible for. Saya ditugasi sebagai apa, begitu ya. So I am responsible for updating the company website if you work for IT staff. If you work as an IT staff, ya, kalau Anda bekerja sebagai IT staff and then you want to describe what you do, okay, you would say I am responsible for ini saya ditugasi dalam bidang apa, gitu ya. Atau saya ditugasi mengupdate website perusahaan, gitu. I'm responsible for interviewing. Remember, setelah for dan beberapa preposisi, jika ada kata kerja setelahnya itu menjadi gerund, ya. Gerund itu bentuk ing. Jadi I'm responsible for plus ing, begitu. I'm responsible for interviewing candidates for job. If you work as an HRD, ya, kalau bekerja sebagai HRD staff, your responsibility, jadi kewajibannya atau tanggung jawabnya apa? I'm responsible for, saya ditugasi menginterview candidates untuk bekerja, untuk pekerjaan, ya. Alright. Let's see here. I'm responsible for sending goods and services. That's mean a courier. So when someone asks you, what is your job or what do you do? Apa pekerjaan Anda? I am a courier. Okay, I am a courier and I am responsible for sending goods and services. Saya bertanggung jawab atau saya bekerja dalam pengiriman barang-barang dan jasa, gitu. I'm responsible for typing documents. Let's see, what does she do? She works as a secretary. Secretary usually does, or secretary responsible for typing documents. The secretary. I am a secretary, so I am responsible for typing documents. Saya seorang sekretaris, saya bekerja dalam bidang untuk apa? Saya bekerja mengetik dokumen. Okay. I'm responsible for managing the company's expenditure. I am responsible for managing the company. Responsible. Okay, what type of job? Okay. Ini saya bekerja dalam mengatur keuangan perusahaan. So maybe secretary too, yeah, or treasury, yeah, bendahara. Okay. And where do you work? Okay. In this case, how do you answer this question if you don't have a job? Kalau misalkan belum bekerja pada saat ditanya, so you would say I am unemployed. Okay, I am unemployed. You can either say I'm jobless. Yeah, jobless. Okay, jobless means I don't have any job. But you would or people normally say I'm unemployed. Saya belum bekerja. Saya tidak bekerja at the moment. I'm between jobs kalau memang dia sudah keterima tapi masih dalam masa transisi. Mungkin belum belum mulai pekerjaannya. Kalau sekarang misalkan November, bekerjanya Januari tahun depan. So that's mean between jobs, ya. Between jobs itu masih di abu-abu sekarang, masih belum kerja, gitu ya. Tapi sudah diterima. If you work for yourself, kalau misalkan bekerja mandiri, ya, wirausaha, gitu. So you would say I am self-employed. So what do you do? I am self-employed. I own a small business like restaurant, graphic design company. Saya memiliki bisnis kecil-kecilan ya, a restaurant, atau saya memiliki, I own a restaurant, or you would say I own a graphic design company. Saya punya perusahaan design company, grafis ya, desain grafis. Okay, did you get it? I hope so. Go on. You will hear there is hire. What is hire? Hire means mempekerjakan, ya, atau dipekerjakan, ya, hired dalam bentuk pasif. I was hired by an insurance company just 2 weeks after graduating from college. Okay, I was hired. Saya dipekerjakan by an insurance company, oleh sebuah perusahaan asuransi, just 2 weeks. Ya, baru 2 minggu setelah graduating from college, setelah lulus dari kampus. Okay, di wisuda or something. Go on. Some terms related to jobs. Okay, there is employee. Ada kata employee as karyawan, employer, the boss, yeah, the one in charge of hiring. That's employer. You have colleagues. Colleagues ini or co-workers, ini teman bekerja, rekan satu pekerjaannya, co-workers ya. Or colleagues. Colleagues means teman-teman atau rekan kerja. Go on. As an employee, sebagai seorang karyawan of the company, perusahaan, you earn a salary. What is earn a salary? Anda mendapatkan gaji. If you're good at your job, kalau pekerjaannya bagus ya, you might get a pay raise. Anda mungkin bisa mendapatkan kenaikan gaji. Get a pay raise means peningkatan gaji. Did you got a pay raise last year? Apa tahun lalu gajimu meningkat ya? Get a pay raise. Get a pay raise means peningkatan gaji. You can also get a promotion. I'm really thankful that I got a promotion. I got a promotion means naik pangkat begitu ya. At the end of the year, some companies give a bonus. What is bonus? Bonus means extra money for work well done. Kalau bekerjanya bagus, ya, terus mendapatkan bonus, uang tambahan. Or normally in Indonesian culture, usually when we're approaching to the holidays, yeah, or Islamic days or Christian days, usually at the Christmas time or Lebaran time, you would receive THR, okay? There's a kind of bonus. Itu juga sama dengan bonus. And the opposite of hire adalah fire. Okay. Lawan kata mempekerjakan di sini adalah fire, yaitu memecat. Ini bukan api ya. Kalau fire itu maknanya juga memecat. When your company forces you to leave your job, ketika perusahaan Anda itu mendesak Anda untuk meninggalkan pekerjaan, memecatnya. For example, Budi was fired because he never came to work on time. Budi dipecat karena dia tidak pernah datang bekerja tepat waktu. If you decide to leave your job, kalau berencana untuk tidak bekerja lagi, you can say, I'm going to quit my job. Ini maknanya I'm going to quit my job. Saya akan berhenti dari pekerjaan saya. Or saya ingin sebenarnya ya. Or you would say I am going to leave my job. Ini lebih formal lagi, ya, tapi masih 50-50 formalnya. Kalau yang lebih formal itu I'm going to resign. I'm going to resign. Okay, saya ingin resign. Go on, because we discuss about resign. There is resignation. Yeah. So bentuk yang tidak formal, bentuk yang formal, paling formal dari berhenti bekerja itu ada resign. Okay, resign. Kemudian leave the job. I'm going to leave the job next month. Okay. Or I'm going to quit my job. Usually when you speak to friends, biasanya berbicara dengan teman, you don't necessarily use the most formal one. So you would use the casual one, menggunakan yang paling kasual atau yang sering digunakan sehari-hari. I'm going to quit my job. Between friends, between you and the employer, antara kalian dengan si pemberi pekerjaan, you would say I'm going to leave the job, or you would probably say I'm going to resign the next week or next month. Yeah. Job. Okay, talking about job. To find a job, you don't say to find a work. Ya, jadi mengatakan to find a job. I want to find a job because I'm jobless. Okay. Check the job listing. Okay, please check the job listing. What is job listing? Job listing itu job vacancies, lowongan gitu ya, daftar pekerjaan. Small advertisement about job openings. Ya, jadi semacam iklan kecil-kecilan lowongan pekerjaan. Job openings or vacancies. Ya, job vacancies. Now we go on to types of job. Ada jenis-jenis pekerjaan. Job yang punya intensitas bekerja yang melelahkan biasanya, kemudian harus selesai pada saat itu, terus kalau tidak akan fatal misalkan gitu. So job ini membutuhkan banyak effort. Effort itu adalah usaha. Oh, I think my job is so demanding. So I have a demanding job. Demanding job di sini adalah pekerjaan yang menuntut, pekerjaan yang memerlukan usaha yang sangat dan tanggung jawabnya besar. Demanding job, ya. Like engineering, biasanya orang-orang yang sebagai juru teknis, ya, teknisi itu engineering, it's a demanding job. Nursing assistant, asisten perawat juga ya. Because we have to look after the patients, yeah. And then psychotherapist, ya, orang yang menterapi psikologi seseorang, also a demanding job. Don't say it's nothing, ya, but this is demanding. Kemudian kalau pekerjaannya ini future karirnya jelas, terus kemudian dia juga mungkin effortnya tidak terlalu besar, tapi dampaknya jelas gitu ya. Kalau seandainya yang diajak bekerja atau siapa yang bekerja untuk gitu, sukses di kemudian hari, misalkan seorang guru, ini dia akan merasa puas rasanya bekerja. So that's a rewarding and fulfilling job. So apa itu rewarding and fulfilling job? Is the job that you feel good to do it. Like teaching, ya, mengajar. Psychology mungkin in Indonesia it is not appreciated a lot. Mungkin tidak banyak diapresiasi, ya. So that's why we have guru honorer and so on and so on. Kemudian psychology, HR manager, school counselor, ini rewarding job. Okay. Kalau melihat hasilnya itu siswa yang diajar itu sukses, maka itu akan ada kepuasan dalam diri begitu. Kemudian ada an entry level job. What is an entry level job? Yang no skill, yang tidak dibutuhkan skill atau pengalaman sebelumnya. Jadi siapa saja bisa masuk gitu ya. Seperti sales representative. Except in Indonesia. Kalian akan bekerja, misalkan baru fresh graduate yang dibutuhkan 5 tahun bekerja misalkan. That's nonsense ya. So in Indonesia sometimes it awkward, aneh gitu. Ya, in the Western world, sales representative atau sales itu tidak diperlukan adanya skill, experience, yang penting mau bekerja. That's in the Western world, ya. Different from Indonesia. Kemudian business admin juga in the Western doesn't need experience or skill. Nantinya akan di training mestinya, ya. Tidak seperti lowongan di Indonesia yang butuh pengalaman 5 tahun, padahal targetnya adalah yang baru lulus. Oke. A dead end job. What is dead end job? Nah, kalau pekerjaan yang nggak ada masa depannya, stagnan, berpotensi tidak ada, tidak berpotensi ada pengembangan. Misalkan call centers. I think I'm living a dead job. Okay. I think I'm working a dead job. Call centers, shopkeepers, parking men. Don't say parking man is not rich. And today, it's rewarding. Today, it's a good job in Indonesia, parking man. Hopefully. A high-powered job. Apa itu a high-powered job? Nah, yaitu jenis pekerjaan yang dinamis, important, penting. Ya, seperti lawyer, ini dinamis, ya. Kemudian lobbyist, seorang ahli lobby, ya. Maklar lah mungkin gitu, ya. That's a high powered job. Kemudian ada lucrative. What is lucrative? Lucrative job ini very profitable, ini sangat menguntungkan, and produces a lot, ini menghasilkan banyak, maksudnya banyak keuntungan, ya. So like data scientists and software engineers for today, and many others, you can find out the examples. Okay. Did you get what I mean? Paham, ya? Kemudian ada formal and informal words and sentences in English. Ya, kalau sebelumnya kita belajar bahasa Inggris yang umum, kemudian kita beralih ke bahasa Inggris bisnis, maka ada korespondensi yang berbeda dalam setiap kata yang digunakan, gitu. Kenapa demikian? Karena yang diajak bicara adalah orang yang dihormati, maka menggunakan jenis kata kerja atau vocab yang tertentu yang digunakan lebih formal, gitu. Misalkan you want to say, yeah, I got your email. Okay, this is between friends. Ini antara teman. If you want to talk to your employer, sama boss, my boss. Mr. Someone and someone, yeah, I received your email yesterday, and yeah, I think that's need and require. I need some help. Okay, I need some help. I require some assistance. Okay, di sini yang berubah adalah need, ya, menjadi require. I require, kemudian help, assistance. Saya butuh bantuan. Okay, let's talk about it later. Okay, let's talk about it later. This is between friend. Ini antar teman misalnya. Let's talk about it later. Kalau antar teman di pekerjaan, let's discuss it later. Or sama atasan, let's discuss it later. How do I get in touch with her? Gimana saya bisa berhubungan dengan dia? Maksudnya menghubungi dia. How do I get in touch with her? If you want to talk to a higher person, you would say, how do I contact her? How do I contact your boss? How do I contact your HR manager? Okay. Gimana saya bisa menghubungi your HR manager? Please make sure you'll arrive on time. Please make sure you'll arrive on time. Pastikanlah Anda datang tepat waktu. Tolong pastikan datang tepat waktu. If you want to talk to a friend or co-workers, ya, different department atau berbeda bagian, yang penting di dalam situasi formal itu menggunakan please ensure you'll arrive on time. Please ensure you'll arrive on time. Pastikan Anda datang tepat waktu. Okay. Travel plans. Please give her your travel plans. Tolong berikan dia rencana bepergian kamu. Notice what's different here? Yeah. Itinerary. Please provide her. Please provide, ya, dari give menjadi provide. Tolong sediakan dia with your itinerary. Itinerary ini rencana perjalanan. Please provide her with your itinerary. Okay. Please let them know when you'll be arriving. Please let them know when you will be arriving. Tolong beritahukan dia kapan kamu akan tiba. Okay. Please inform them of your arrival. Nah, ini ada yang redaksi berbeda ya. So please inform them, tolong beritahukan mereka kedatangan Anda. Your arrival. Inform. Di sini yang bisa dilihat let them know. Beritahu mereka menjadi tolong informasikan ya. Ini lebih formal. Please tell me why you've made this decision. Please tell me why you've made this decision. Tolong beritahu saya kenapa Anda membuat keputusan ini. Tell me why. Ini akan menjadi formal. Please explain your decisions. Tolong jelaskan your decision. Keputusan Anda. Could you please talk some more? Could you please talk some more? Bisa berbicara lagi, menjelaskan lagi ya. Could you please talk some more about that subject? Bisa menjelaskan lebih lanjut lagi tentang bagian itu. Kalau yang lebih formal, could you please elaborate on that? Ya, could you please elaborate? Tolong elaborasi atau uraikan pada bagian tersebut. Ya, the casual one, how are you going to fix this problem? How are you going to fix this problem? Gimana Anda akan menyelesaikan masalah ini? Bentuk formalnya, how are you going to solve this problem? Solving the problem means memecahkan masalah. Again, we have something. Saya perlu. I need to find out what's wrong. I need to find out what's wrong. Saya ingin tahu apa yang what's wrong, ada apa gitu ya. So I need to identify. Find out ini menjadi identify. I need to identify what's wrong. Saya perlu mencari tahu apa yang menjadi perkara. I need to fix the problem. Saya perlu fix the problem. Ini tidak formal ya. Fix the problem menjadi I need to resolve the issues. Nah, problem menjadi issues ya. Saya perlu mencari atau mengatasi masalah tersebut. Give people confidence. Okay, give people confidence. Berikan orang-orang kepercayaan diri. Give people confidence menjadi motivate. Motivate my employees. Could you please motivate my employees? Bisakah Anda memotivasi karyawan-karyawan saya? Could you please motivate my employees? Okay. Kemudian give clients my attention. Give client my attention. Jadi, could you focus on your clients? Could you please focus on your clients? Bisakah Anda fokus pada klien Anda? Spend as little as possible. Menghabiskan sedikit mungkin. Menghabiskan sedikit mungkin. Menjadi apa? Minimize. Okay, jadi menghabiskan sedikit mungkin. Ini minimize. Could you minimize our expenses? Bisakah meminimalisir pengeluaran kita? Kemudian ada make as much money as possible. Make as much money as possible. Make money. Okay, could you make? Sorry. can you make as much money as possible for the company? Bentuk yang formal, could you maximize or earnings? Bisakah memaksimalisasi pendapatan kita? Earnings, ini pendapatan ya. Get more work. Can you get more work? Okay. Get more work menjadi generate more business. So the company would generate more business. Perusahaan akan banyak menghasilkan bisnis, pekerjaan, bagian bisnisnya. Use the new ideas. I think I will use this idea. Could you implement the strategies? Okay. Little more, sedikit lagi. Common business terms, istilah-istilah bisnis yang lazim ditemui. Ini about adjective forms, bentuk-bentuk adjective. You'll understand the use of very necessary. I think this is very necessary. Very necessary can be replaced by a more formal, essential. Ya, bentuk yang lebih formal dari very necessary. I think the thing is so essential. Saya kira ini so essential, yeah, so essential. Really great. I think the problem is really great. I think the problem is exceptional. Exceptional means, I think the issue is exceptional. Exceptional means really great, sangat besar. Possible, not required. Possible, bolehkan, tidak diwajibkan. Optional. The case is wearing the tie is optional. Wearing ties is optional in our department. So optional means boleh tidak boleh dipakai gitu, optional. Most important you could say, I think the issue is so paramount. I think paramount is sangat penting. It's a paramount issues. Yeah. Exactly right. Accurate. Exactly right. Itu sangat tepat. Yeah, I think accurate. Your decision to leave before December is so accurate. Your decision not to sell the stock before beginning or before the end of the year is so accurate. Kayak gitu ya. A lot or very high. Ini substantial. There is a substantial decrease. Ada penurunan yang sangat. Ya, substantial itu sangat. Helpful. I think the strategies are so helpful. I think these strategies are so beneficial to our company, yeah, or highly beneficial, sangat penting. A good thing to do. I think it's a good thing to do. I think it is advisable. Sorry, I think it's advisable. So guys, do you get what the points? If you get the points, yeah, thank you for listening to my voice and then the lesson. I hope you will be benefited from the lesson, and see you sometime. Bye bye.